What's happening, YouTube? Anthony on Power Rangers Lost Galaxy fan film with a new toy review in the first of 2022. To kick it off is my review on the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Shriek figure, which comes with a Build-A Armadillo piece. This figure, along with the next figure in tomorrow's review, is also another Spider-Man figure. If you saw on my community post for what Marvel Legends I'm going to review, I promised that for this new season of toy reviews compared to the past season to do more Marvel Legends, because I know I'm going to be occupied with more Power Rangers Lightning Collection, but take a break on that. But for now, let's take a look at some Marvel Legends Spider-Man stuff to capitalize on the success of Spider-Man No Way Home. This figure, however, along with the next figure, that being the Moreland figure, is a part of the line of Marvel Legends that came with a few figures dedicated to Spider-Man No Way Home, as seen in the back with the following these four figures here. You know, the Spider-Man figure from No Way Home, plus the black and gold suit, Doctor Strange, and J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson from No Way Home. Once you get these three, except this Spider-Man will come with Build-A-Figure pieces for the Armadillo monster character that's in this line of Marvel Legends, while the Miles Morales figure is from the Gamerverse Spider-Man line of Marvel Legends, from the Marvel Legends Gamerverse series. While Moreland and Shriek I already do have, but even though I will review Shriek, review Moreland for tomorrow, today I wanted to do Shriek, because I want to talk about a little bit about Shriek. What little history I do know about the character is that Shriek, I remembered her from the Spider-Man 3 video game for the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo Wii, and that's about it, because I do recall on the PS2 Wii game of Spider-Man 3, Shriek was alongside Morbius in the game, for those who remember having Spider-Man 3 on PS2. And I thought, okay, from the moment I saw this Shriek figure, I was like, oh man, I recall Shriek. She was from that game from 15 years ago. But there is some details about her. You can pause the video and read it, because there's not much about Shriek I know, but yet I know about Morbius, because Morbius was in the 90s Spider-Man animated series, and of course Morbius, the Morbius movie with Jared Leto, which was supposed to come out this month as of January, but it's been pushed back to April because of some rumor about Andrew Garfield from the Amazing Spider-Man movies coming over, since, spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Spider-Man No Way Home yet, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man did come back alongside Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, the team up with Tom Holland's Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home and such and such. If you haven't seen the movie, see it now before it leaves the theaters in April. So yeah, because aside from, instead of Moreland, they should have did a Morbius figure with Shriek. That way I would have had a semblance of Morbius and Shriek from the PS2 Wii Spider-Man 3 game. But whatever. But anyway, let's get on with this figure and take a look at how she looks outside of the box with the biggest Build-A-Figure piece as possible. Alright everybody, now I got Shriek out of the box, so let's take a look at the accessories before I do the figure. The first is some of the interchangeable hands. There's two different type of interchangeable hands. You got Shriek with a balled fist and a little barely open hand grip, so you got that going. It's also barely decent, although I've noticed that the interchangeable hand, the balled fist hand, doesn't have no paint on it, as opposed to the other hand pieces. Oh no, wait, even this hand of Shriek also is lacking some of the paint, some of the bits of black paint by the lower area of the hand, because both, actually I think they're supposed to be like that, because not from what I recall, because I thought they were supposed to have black paint. Let me try this other hand. Now this hand and this hand also has black paint on the sides here, right here too, if you can fairly see it right here. And that's, because these hands do have the black area, while these hands unfortunately do not have that, unless this is like before she would do some superpower or something. Now we gotta talk about the Armadillo Build-A-Figure piece. This here is when you combine Armadillo, this is the head joint, because once I get the head that goes to him, and these are the sockets to plug his arms into. Although Moreland does have an arm for him, which I already got. Good thing I bought him and Shriek at the same time. And then these are the plugs to plug his legs together once I get the following figures like Spider-Man, the black and gold Spider-Man and Miles Morales, or J. Jonah Jameson for that one. And this is the back piece, so this is how Armadillo would look with this back piece here. Plus there's a little plug to plug this joint plug to plug this to the back piece. You just gotta be sure to plug this piece into his back, and then, you know, as much as possible with some strong grip, and then that's how Armadillo will look with this grip. So once I put that arm together, and then when I get the other few figures to do the head, the legs, and the other arm, Armadillo is complete, and this will be my very first Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure I had completed. Now on to Shriek. Compared to what I got from off this figure, from what was seen in the box art, when you look at Shriek from the box art doesn't really look much like the final product of the figure, although the figure looks very different from what was off the artwork of what she looks like from the artwork for this box. And because, you know, she doesn't have red hair, she doesn't have purple skin. I mean, this was just only part of the box art for the figure. But the final figure just has her all black and white. And, you know, yeah, I'm a sucker for goth black and white, you know, gothic black suited white scale, you know, pale skinned women, because, you know, I'm a sucker for that. You know, I think one of the reasons why I bought Shriek was because of how goddamn sexy and gorgeous she looks, especially that face, you know, devilish and sexy. I mean, just look at her like that. You know, you got one eye of her that shows some white eye with the bit of the black paint around it, and then you also got, you know, her normal eye showing a little bit of some dabs of blue right there, and also the black lipstick. I like the touch of the lipstick they did on her too. And then the hair, you know, the way how they did all this great detail on her hair like this, that's incredible that they made her like that. The belt is a bit loose because, again, this is a very small, thin rubber belt for her. So there's not really much you can do with that there. The articulation, you know, because given this is a female Marvel Legends body. Okay, okay. As for the arms and legs, let's see how she poses with arms and legs. You know, if I had a figure stand, I could do this. Okay, you can do this pose, but even though that's something she wouldn't really do though. But I'm just testing something out. You can't really lift her head if she's like up in the air flying or anything like that. Her head can't go as far because given the back part of her hair down here, so you can't really do that. You can lift her hands up because, again, she's a magic base, you know, a black magic based villain. You can lift her hands up in the air when she casts spells and stuff, or even turn her head around, and when she does this, you know, you can do that. As for her abdomen, she can you can move her abdomen around, and especially since she's a really spooky character, you can turn her upper chest around, you know, at 900 degrees all the way around. You can okay, then you do the elbow. Let's see, the elbow crunch. Elbow crunch is about like this. I mean, yeah, the elbow crunch is there, but it's a little stiff from the beginning, although when I tried it. And then you also got the, you know, okay, on the left arm you got the elbow crunch, but be careful though, because given the fingers are very, you know, the fingers are very very thin and rubber, so you be careful because you know, when you're trying to bend her arms, you know, it's going to be a little bit impossible. As for the legs you can bend her legs, but not so thorough, because you can't do no knee crunches, not even on both legs at all, because this is not like the other Marvel Legends female figures like the Wops or Black Cat that I do have in my collection, where she can't really bend her legs all the way. I did have some problems after I got this figure out before I recorded this portion. You can't really, I mean, you can do some ankle pivots on this leg, but when you stand her up, or maybe this is just my figure, The ankle pivot was a little stiff. That's why I had to toy around with the ankle a bit and see how she would stand, because it feels like I was afraid I was about to break this. So there you have it, and that's Shriek's figure. Now let's take a look at how her hands would be if they were changed. This is how Shriek's hands will be put together, because these are her other hands. I feel like I probably got the hands on wrong, the wrong fist, and that's just how the fist would be. Actually, I put the wrong fist in there because that doesn't match with the one I have, which is this one. Or I think this was the right fist, but also I've noticed that the fist is on the wrong way. Like, I don't know what on earth was Hasbro thinking, because I noticed this was a little mistake on their behalf, because the hands feel a little wrong, or maybe I probably did something wrong myself, where, okay, if I were to change the hands, this would match, because it feels like they're not in the right place. Like one hand has some bit of the black to her outfit, and the other hand does not. So this is how she would look with both those hands, like she's ready to battle Spider-Man or any other adversary related to him, like Black Cat. So there you have it with that hand. However, I noticed that when I put this individual interchangeable hand onto this arm to Shriek, this hand is the other way around. The thumb is supposed to be, the thumb is supposed to be like this way, but the figure had the thumb like this way, and especially when you turn the hand around, it's not the proper way, because that was quite a big issue that I did not know that Hasbro made a mistake on, because if they were sculpting right or paying attention to when they were doing all of her accessories, they should have did the hand the other way around, or maybe I did something wrong right there during the review. That's my bad. I mean, at least this interchangeable fist was the proper way, but not this one. I don't see what on earth was that all about. But other than that, decent figure, but one of the interchangeable hands is like the opposite way around, which is not right. So what are my thoughts on this figure? It's pretty good, although one of the hands was just awkward if they were paying attention to when they were releasing this. One of the bald fish should have been the other way around with a proper thumb on the other direction. But nevertheless, I do like the way how they sculpted, Shriek's face. I really like how sexy and dead gorgeous and evil she looks. I like the way how they sculpted her hair for this figure. I do like the overall outfit, although it's just an all black outfit, while the cleavage and midsection area is all white, and even the shoulder area is white. Plus you also have pretty much just the basic black and white color scheme for her, which I adore, because I really wanted to look forward to this figure, because I knew from the moment I saw this figure, I was like, I gotta have it. I gotta have it in my Spider-Man collection. So far, this is my second Spider-Man female villain figure since Black Cat, and if I had Silver Sable and some other ones, then now we're talking. So therefore, that's it for my review for Shriek, because I wish there was more that I could say about this figure besides, well, this is a decent figure, but it feels like a rather peg warmer, given that she probably wouldn't sell as well. That's why I'm glad I got her when I did. So anyway, guys, that's it for my review. Until tomorrow's Marvel Legends review on Moreland, to continue this collection of Marvel Legends Spider-Man to complete Armadillo. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.